Live from Fox 5, welcome to the News Block.
Now on the News Block, in England, the suspect in a terror attack at a synagogue in Manchester is dead, and 2 more people have been arrested. Trouble on the tarmac at LaGuardia. 2 Delta regional jets carrying almost 100 passengers collide while taxiing. And we're hearing from residents after yesterday's partial building collapse at a NYCHA apartment complex in the Bronx. And as you can imagine, they're not happy. And much cooler temperatures out there today. We'll let you know if they are here to stay. Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Evers. Thanks for joining us on the News Block. All those stories in a moment, but first, breaking news: a deadly attack in Manchester, England. Police say a suspect killed 2 people and wounded several others outside a synagogue targeting Jews on Yom Kippur. Linda Schmidt joins us right now with the latest on this story. Linda?
Yeah, hi there, Lisa. Well, you know, authorities in the UK are calling this a terror attack, and it happened, as you just said, on Yom Kippur. It is the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. Now, it happened in a suburban neighborhood of Manchester about 9:30 in the morning. Police say the attacker drove a car into a crowd of people outside an Orthodox synagogue, and then he went on a stabbing rampage as worshippers were gathering for Yom Kippur services. 2 people were killed and 3 were seriously wounded. Police say a security guard and others helped to prevent the attacker from getting inside the synagogue. Police shot and killed the attacker, and they say they think they know exactly who he is. Now, 2 other suspects have been arrested in connection with this terror attack.
I will chair an emergency COBRA meeting. I'm already able to say that additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe.
In the meantime, anti-Semitic incidents have skyrocketed in the UK since Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th, 2 years ago. Jewish advocacy groups say that there were more than 1,500 incidents in the first half of this year alone. In the meantime, back here at home, the NYPD saying it has already enhanced coverage and high visibility patrols around synagogues for Yom Kippur. Lisa, back upstairs to you.
All right, Linda, thank you so much. Some scary moments for passengers on 2 Delta flights at LaGuardia Airport last night. Delta says 2 of its regional jets collided while they were both taxiing on the runway. The right wing of a plane that was departing hit the nose of a plane that had arrived. The airline says this was a low-speed collision. This is an animation of the collision on the taxiway. It damaged a cockpit in one of the planes, tore off part of a wing, and injured a flight attendant. The flight attendant's injuries are minor. Both planes are operated for Delta by Endeavour Air. They are CRJ planes, and you are about to hear audio from an air traffic controller referring to the CRJs after they collided.
We have 2 CRJs on mic that collided.
And new photos show the damage to the planes. 32 people were on one of the planes, 61 aboard the other. The NTSB is now investigating and says flight recorders have been recovered from both airplanes and will be analyzed to see what went wrong. A bus burst into flames on the New Jersey Turnpike. It happened just after 5 this morning. A New Jersey Transit bus from Plainfield was headed to the Port Authority terminal when one of its tires blew out near exit 15X. That sparked a fire that fully engulfed the bus. 49 passengers and the driver were all able to evacuate safely, and no injuries were reported. A U.S. immigration judge has denied a bid for asylum from Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Abrego Garcia is a Salvadoran national who was mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador in March after living in Maryland for years. He was eventually released and brought back to the U.S. in June, but he was immediately detained on criminal human smuggling charges he has pled not guilty to. ICE is still seeking to deport him to a 3rd country, proposing Uganda first and then Eswatini. His attorneys have denounced the criminal charges and the deportation efforts, saying Abrego Garcia is being targeted for standing up to the administration. Let's bring in meteorologist Nick Gregory at the Weather Center right now for the full forecast. Nick, how are we doing?
We're doing okay, Lisa. A cool fall day out there, but nonetheless a beautiful day with that blue sky going on. Not too much wind, but it is only in the mid-60s in many spots. 65 now in Midtown, 66 Islip, lower 60s Hamptons to Bridgeport. It is in the upper 60s though when you get to Sussex. That's usually one of our cooler spots on the map, but that's now actually one of the warmer spots on the map, if you want to say that. 63 as we head down towards Belmar. So the wind is now more easterly, and that's a little change in direction, and it's going to come around eventually to the southeast and eventually the southwest at light speed, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And the result on that will be that we're going to start to chase the cooler air out of here pretty quickly. Satellite view shows we're generally clear. We have a few high clouds that will be out there. We'll see a few of those high clouds as the night goes along, but it's really no big deal. In fact, take a look at our weather map. There's a big area of high pressure that's just kind of sitting up there, up over New England, northern New England, and that's what, again, is generating sort of this easterly airflow that brought in some of those cooler temperatures. But again, temperatures in the middle part of the country are warming right back up again, and we'll see that trend happening towards us as well. So here's your futurecast overnight. Again, a few of these high clouds will be around. It won't be quite as chilly as last night, where we had some 30s off to the north and west, but low 40s is still pretty cool. Poughkeepsie to Sussex there, and Monticello, 49 White Plains, close to about 50 along the coast, except for the east end of the island, and about 54, 55 or so for the city. Tomorrow starts warming up. Beautiful day, sunny, get into the lower 70s. The average high, by the way, is around 70, so we'll do a little bit better than that in parts of the area tomorrow. Tomorrow night looks okay. Again, not as cool. Drops to the upper 40s to middle 40s in the suburbs, mid and upper 50s around town and along the coast. And then a bigger warm-up comes up for Saturday. We'll be back up over 80 degrees in a lot of the area from North Jersey heading on down towards the Philadelphia area, and 80 degrees even up there in the mid-Hudson Valley, and 70s just about everywhere else. So again, well, it's cool now. We're going to chase that cool air out of here pretty quickly. 55 tonight in the city, a couple of clouds around, some lower to middle 40s in those cooler suburbs. Tomorrow, again, another beautiful day. Sunshine rules. Milder will climb out of the 50s. Upper 60s at lunchtime, 73 tomorrow afternoon. Lisa?
All right, Nick, thank you so much.